Hello everyone. I would like to welcome you to my presentation. My name is Dancho Danchev. I'm an internationally recognized cybercrime researcher, security blogger, and threat intelligence analyst. I've been doing active cybercrime research and threat intelligence gathering over the past 10 years. For the time being, I maintain three of the industry's leading threat intelligence gathering publications, my personal blog, ZDNet's zero-day blog, and WebRoot's threat blog. I have been an active blogger since 2007. I have been doing active cybercrime research since 2007. Some of my previous experience includes the management of the information security portal known as Hasta La Vista and things like that. Now I will give you an overview of my presentation. The topic of my presentation is Koobface. Koobface is one of the world's largest botnets propagating over social media. In this presentation, I will give you a brief overview of what Koobface is, who's behind it. I will also include in-depth details regarding the business model of the botnet. I will also discuss in depth the malicious activity performed by the gang that's operating the Koobface botnet. And I will also discuss a very detailed case study on how I interacted with the Koobface botnet for the purpose of shutting it down and for the purpose of finding out the people who are behind it. What is Koobface? Basically, Koobface is one of the world's largest botnets that's propagating over social media. In this context, most importantly, the botnet propagates over Facebook, over Twitter, and things like that. Some of the key characteristics of the botnet is that it propagates mainly relying on social engineering. Whenever an infected user gets infected, the infected user will then start sending messages to all of his friends, trying to find out a way to entice them, to trick them into installing the software that the Koobface botnet is propagating, which in most of the cases is fake Adobe Flash players and fake YouTube media players. Something else that's worth emphasizing on regarding the Koobface botnet is that it largely relies on something that I refer to as a templatization of the social engineering campaign. Most importantly, the templates that they rely on are identical. And they primarily rely on fake YouTube players and fake Adobe Flash players. Something else that's worth emphasizing on is that the botnet is largely monetizing the hijacked traffic using scareware. Scareware is a type of fake security software whenever a user installs this fake security software, the bad guys earn money in the process, largely relying on something that's referred to as an affiliate network, largely used by cyber criminals. Something else worth emphasizing on is how the Koobface botnet acquires traffic for the purpose of monetizing it. The Koobface botnet largely acquires traffic relying on a black hat search engine optimization. In a way, it relies on the population of search engines with various content, which most of the cases is bogus content. Most of the cases, this content is fake. It largely relies on end users searching for things to find, and whenever they find this type of bogus content, the Koobface botnet actively attempts to socially engineer the user into installing the fake software. Something else that the Koobface botnet largely relies on is the active exploitation of client-side vulnerabilities. Something that I refer to as a double layer monetization, most importantly because whenever a user installs the fake application, they will also attempt to monetize the hijacked traffic relying on client-side exploits and on client-side vulnerabilities, on purpose infecting the user with malicious software for the purpose of monetizing the traffic and earning fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else that's worth emphasizing on is that in the first stage of the Koobface botnet, the botnet masters largely rely on traffic acquisition for the purpose of monetizing it. And at a later stage, once the traffic has been acquired, they attempted to monetize this traffic relying on a scareware type of monetization model. Something else worth emphasizing on is that I have been actively tracking the Koobface botnet throughout the past 2 years, and I have successfully managed to shut down part of its infrastructure, and most important, I have successfully managed to find out the individuals behind this botnet. Who are the people behind this botnet? One of the individuals that I have managed to identify is referred to as Trio. He is a Russian based cyber criminal that I have been successfully tracking throughout the past 2 years. And most important, I have successfully managed to identify his identity and provide various information regarding to the active interaction with law enforcement agencies for the purpose of tracking down the individuals behind this particular botnet. Something else worth emphasizing on is that I have been tracking the botnet throughout the past 2 years. I have been actively engaging with internet service providers, with the community for the purpose of interacting with the infrastructure, and most importantly for the purpose of tracking it down and shutting it down. Something else worth emphasizing on is that throughout throughout this experience, the Koobface botnet masters have been actively aware of the takedown campaigns that have been targeting their infrastructure, and they have found some pretty informative and interesting ways to respond back. For instance, I have found several command and control server type of domains that have been typo squatted and registered to an active research process that's been going on. Something else worth emphasizing on is that the Koobface botnet masters have been actively running a fraudulent operation for a period of 2.5 years, potentially earning hundreds of thousands of fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else worth emphasizing on is that whenever a particular action has been taken regarding the infrastructure of the Koobface group, the group has been actively responding with various type of interaction information. For instance, on a particular occasion, I have been aware that whenever a command and control server type of a communication takes place, the group actively communicates a particular message for the purpose of emphasizing on something that I refer to as an active and ongoing takedown efforts. Something else worth emphasizing on regarding the Koobface botnet is the active cooperation that's been taking place regarding the active monitoring and shutting down of the infrastructure of the Koobface botnet. There has been an active cooperation with various internet service providers and community efforts for the purpose of tracking down the Koobface botnet and for the purpose of monitoring and taking down some of their activities. Something else worth emphasizing on regarding the Koobface botnet is that on the majority of occasions the group largely tries to rely on something that I refer to as an active diversification of the command and control infrastructure. Something that I have been actively monitoring and tracking down for a period of 2.5 years. Something else worth emphasizing on is that the group largely tries to diversify the portfolio of common. Something else worth emphasizing on is that the group tries to diversify the portfolio of command and control infrastructure. And something else that's also worth emphasizing on is that there's been an active community and internet service provided cooperation regarding the monitoring and tracking down of this group's activities. Something else that's also worth emphasizing on is that throughout the past 2.5 years, I have been actively monitoring and tracking down the group, leading me to a successful takedown operation of the first infrastructure of the first group infrastructure for this particular for the Koobface botnet. Something else worth emphasizing on is that following a period of 2.5 years active investigation, the group successfully managed to migrate to diversify the command and control infrastructure, successfully launching, successfully launching a second version of the Koobface botnet, leading to something that I can refer to as social engineering type of campaign. And most importantly, the group has successfully managed for a particular period of time to switch to a second version of the Koobface botnet. Something else worth emphasizing on is that following the 2.5 years investigation, I have successfully managed to interact in a way with the Koobface botnet, leading me to successfully take down the infrastructure, the infrastructure of the botnet, including an active interaction with the Koobface botnet. On a particular occasion, I have successfully managed to find out that whenever a user gets infected with a fake Adobe Flash player or a fake YouTube video player, the group will successfully communicate. The group will successfully find the way to respond in a way, making it in a way for the community to understand that the group has been actively following down the takedown efforts and have been successfully performing something that I refer to as an active community and internet service provider takedown efforts. Something else worth emphasizing on is that I have been successfully following the group for 2.5 years, leading me to various to an in-depth understanding of how the group works, how the group functions, and how the group is successfully monetizing the hijacked traffic, and how the group is successfully earning fraudulent revenue in the process. I have successfully written an article that I refer to as the 10 things you didn't know about the Koobface gang, leading the Koobface gang to a successful communication type of message where they have successfully responded in a way to the article, to the actual article that I have released. One of the key points regarding this group is that I have successfully managed to identify that the group has been also involved in various other malicious campaigns, not necessarily related to the Koobface botnet itself. I have successfully managed to identify that the group has been also involved with something that the community in particular refers to as the Bahama botnet. What the Bahama botnet basically does is that it commits a click fraud, and it targets the end user in a way allowing the cyber criminals to earn fraudulent revenue in the process. What's particularly interesting about this particular campaign is that the gang has successfully managed to, in a way, respond that there is something that they are not, in a way, aware or doing, which is something that I have successfully managed to identify as something that they have been and that they have been doing. Something else worth emphasizing on is that the gang actually attempted to use something like something in a way that they have successfully managed to find out something like the actual templatization of the fake YouTube video player and the fake Adobe Flash player, allowing them in a way to trick hundreds of thousands of users internationally. Something else worth emphasizing on is that I have also managed to successfully identify something that the community in particular refers to as a malvertising campaign. What a malvertising campaign basically does is that it attempts to trick in a way to socially engineer something that I refer to as an advertising service provider for the purpose of featuring a malicious advertisement, allowing a cyber criminal to successfully hijack the traffic and to successfully serve client-side exploits and to monetize this traffic in a way allowing cyber criminals to earn fraudulent revenue in the process. I have successfully managed to identify such type of malvertising campaign affecting the website of the New York Times, and I have successfully managed to identify that the Koobface gang has been specifically involved in this type of malvertising campaign. Something else worth emphasizing on is that for a period of time throughout the active investigation, the gang has been also serving active client-side exploits, something that I refer to as a double-layer monetization. Most importantly, whenever the gang infects a particular user, the gang will attempt to serve to trick the user into installing fake security software known as scareware. And most importantly, whenever the gang attempts to trick the user into installing this fake software, the gang will also attempt to serve client-side to trick the user into visiting a specific website for the purpose of monetizing this traffic and earning fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else worth emphasizing on is that throughout the active investigation, the gang has been actively involved in black hat search engine optimization campaigns affecting hundreds of thousands of users globally, potentially earning hundreds of thousands of fraudulent revenue for the purpose of hijacking the traffic and earning fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else worth emphasizing on is that throughout the active investigation, I have been aware that of the gangs, of one of the gangs' main tactics, one of the gangs' main type of activity, something that I refer to as active traffic segmentation. In a way, whenever an infected user visits a particular website, the gang will not only try to entice the user into installing fake security software known as scareware, they will also attempt to do something in the lines of a double-layer monetization, also serving client-side exploits, and most importantly, the traffic will also attempt to monetize this traffic in a way, allowing the gang to earn fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else worth emphasizing on is that the gang has been actively following the community and in the community's efforts to take down some of their infrastructure, leading them to successfully feature something in the lines of type of response, allowing them to find a way to properly to communicate to the industry in a way allowing them to keep track and monitor some of the takedown efforts that have been taking place. Something else worth emphasizing on is that throughout the active investigation, the gang has been actively involved in keeping track of what the community has been doing while targeting and successfully taking down their infrastructure. And on a particular occasion, I have managed to identify that the gang has been successfully redirecting and forwarding all of Facebook's traffic to my personal blog, leading me to conclude that some of the takedown efforts that I have been successfully performing, including the active cooperation with the community and the internet service providers, has been successful in a way allowing me to keep track and monitor this particular campaign. Something else worth emphasizing on is that the gang has been finding out multiple ways to monetize this traffic, and in a way they have been successfully earning hundreds of thousands of fraudulent revenue in the process, successfully affecting hundreds of thousands of users globally. Something else that I have also managed to identify regarding this particular botnet is the affiliate network that they rely on for the purpose of monetizing the traffic, which in this particular case is referred to as the Crusade affiliate network. What an affiliate network basically does is once a cyber criminal successfully registers for such type of monetization tactic, the cyber criminal would then actively try to hijack as much traffic as he will try to hijack legitimate traffic for the purpose of monetizing it and earning fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else worth emphasizing on is that on a particular occasion the gang has been actively redirecting some of Facebook's traffic to my personal blog for the purpose of successfully communicating something that I refer to as successful takedown efforts, relying on industry and community cooperation, including active internet service provider cooperation. Something else worth emphasizing on is the business model that the Koobface botnet is actively relying on. What the Koobface botnet basically does is that it successfully attempts to hijack traffic for the purpose of monetizing it. It actively relies on black hat search engine optimization and active compromise of infected users for the purpose of finding out ways to affect as much legitimate customers, as much legitimate individuals as possible. Once the Koobface botnet successfully hijacks a particular type of traffic, it will successfully attempt to monetize this traffic relying on scareware type of affiliate networks, and it will also attempt to serve client-side exploits, further monetizing something that I refer to as double layer monetization, allowing the gang to earn fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else worth emphasizing on is that the Koobface botnet is one of the world's largest botnet propagating over social media. Whenever a particular user becomes infected with the Koobface botnet, the affected user's PC, the affected user's computer, the affected user's PC will automatically attempt to affect as many people as possible, successfully leading to a very efficient propagation model for the Koobface botnet, leading them to successfully hijack hundreds of thousands of legitimate users internationally, allowing them to monetize this type of traffic and earn fraudulent revenue in the process. One of the primary traffic acquisition tactics that the group also relies on is something that I refer to as black hat search engine optimization, where the group will automatically try to populate as much bogus, something that I refer to as content that does not necessarily refer to legitimate websites for the purpose of monetizing and hijacking this traffic and earning fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else worth emphasizing on is the type of activity that the Koobface botnet has been performing. In this particular case, the group has been actively targeting a major social media platform type of activity. The group has been also relying on active social media traffic acquisition for the purpose of monetization. The group has been also actively relying on a diversification set of monetization tactics, which in this particular case rely on the active involvement of the Koobface botnet with something that I refer to as the Bahama botnet, which I have successfully managed to identify as something that the group has been involved in a way allowing them to earn fraudulent revenue, to earn fraudulent traffic and to earn fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else that the group has been actively involved in is a malvertising campaign that has successfully targeted the website of the New York Times, successfully allowing the group to monetize this traffic and allowing them to earn fraudulent revenue in the process. Something else worth emphasizing on is that having actively following and monitoring the group's activity throughout the past 2.5 years, for a particular period of time, the group has successfully managed to do something in the lines of an experiment, in the lines of finding out additional and related ways to monetize this traffic, which in this particular case actively relies on the use of a client-side exploitation, something that I refer to as the active exploitation of publicly obtainable vulnerabilities found in third-party applications and in related software. In this particular case, this is something that I refer to as double layer monetization, most importantly because once the group has successfully managed to affect the user and to trick the user into installing the fake security software known as scareware, the group will also find out additional ways to earn fraudulent revenue in the process. In this case, successfully serving client-side vulnerabilities. Something else worth emphasizing on is that following a 2.5 years active investigation, I have successfully managed to keep track of the group's everyday activities in a way allowing me to keep track of some of the key command and control infrastructure type of domains and servers that they have been using, allowing me to successfully reproduce a malicious campaign for the purpose of analyzing the malicious software that's behind this campaign, allowing me to successfully find out a way to monitor and to infiltrate in a way and to monitor and to actively keep track of the malicious infrastructure that the gang has been using. What's also worth emphasizing regarding the Koobface botnet is that following the 2.5 years active investigation, I have successfully managed to shut down the infrastructure, some of the infrastructure of this particular botnet, leading me to successfully identify one of the key individuals behind this campaign, leading me to the successful publication of personally identifiable information of type of information regarding the individual that's behind this campaign. What also worth emphasizing on is that on the majority of occasions, this type of botnet activity can be greatly mitigated, can be greatly achieved in a way through active community efforts type of monitoring, including active internet service providers monitoring. I would like to thank you for taking your time to attend my presentation, and I would be very much looking forward to answering any type of questions that you may have regarding this presentation or the Koobface gang in particular. Thanks.